Live from Greenwood High School, this is Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network, presented by Armada Law in the Emerald City, the Battle of the G's here in Greenwood. Graeme Simpson, the legend, the coach, Steve Roberts, along my side today. I mean, this is a powerhouse game. Two teams that played in the Upper State Championship just a season ago.
Absolutely, and they're both come in with one loss in the region, and probably this won't be the last time they play this year, but good to have them at home for the Greenwood Eagles.
Yeah, that was the case last year as they won in overtime. You see the shot here. It is Ty Johnson in OT using the window. Look at Coach Childs hitting the ground in celebration as Greenwood went on to the state title game. And what a big momentum. And you mentioned that was the third time they played last year. This will be game number 2 this season. We're probably going to see game number 3 again, as you mentioned earlier.
Absolutely. And they'll be trying to fill each other out. And it'll be interesting to see if they do anything differently than they did the first game.
There's Danielle Oliver on your screen, 20-point per game score, does a little everything. Of course, her twin sister as on the 1,000-point career watch today, but Danielle at 20 points per game, one of the premier players in the region.
Absolutely. One premier players in the state of South Carolina.
Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to what she does on the court in transition is what separates her.
Yeah, and she's been doing it for a while and just has a really good knack for, I call it the IQ of the game, and just a good player.
Greenville have a couple star players of their own. You take a look at what was been some big news this week. Ava Owens, a future Bearcat here in Greenwood. She has made her commitment for Landon women's basketball, a storied program. And this is a big deal for upstate high school basketball to have someone going to Landon, a team that's a perennial, tournament team.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're excited to get her in the Greenwood area and be able to see her play over the next 4 years.
There's Ava Owens. Look at that, 9.2 points per game, but the 7.6 rebounds per game, almost 4 assists per game, just a bit of everything. And of complimentary basketball plays to win.
That's right. Can do multiple things.
All right, we'll be back with tip-off and starting lineups. This is Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network, presented by Armada Law.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and 2-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
Sometimes life feels like it's moving faster than you can keep up. Your energy dips, your routine slips, and before you know it, you're running on empty. Peak Performance gives you a reset button. Through nutrition coaching, group fitness, and personal training, they help you build strength, find balance, and feel fueled again, one small step at a time. If you're ready for a fresh start, visit peakperformancepts.com. That's peakperformancepts.com.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath. because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
Quick response, satisfaction, and if they didn't listen, we'd take them to court. Because when I Googled for law firms, I went down the list and I thought the most decent, respectable law firm that would help me get what I needed, make sure everything was legit. And I'm satisfied and I appreciate what I got, and it's a blessing. And go pay some bills.
Home. It's the house you grew up in. The still warm cookies in the jar at Grandma's. The warm sun on your back and the buzz of the bugs in the lake where Dad taught you to bait a hook. It's the place you put down roots, pin your hopes and dreams for the future, the connections we've made, and the adventures we've yet to take. This is home, and home is here.
Just about set for action here between Greenwood and Greenville. Graeme Simpson, Steve Roberts with you on the call. Two teams coach 8-1 in region play. This is a big deal. This is a big game, especially for Greenwood on their home court, one that you feel like is kind of deciding the season here in the regular season, at least for Coach Childs.
Yes.
We got tip-off about underway here between Greenwood and Greenville. Please, you can join us.
It goes in and out.
And the tip is won by the Eagles. Greenwood moving from left to right to start this one. 16-4 as their overall record. Red Raiders start off in the zone. 3-ball miss. Here's Ava Owens, Bearcat commit. Already up ahead. Transition foul and the bucket. The Simeon with the and one to get us started. The Simeon this year averaging almost 11 points per game. She gets her first three as we get started here tonight. Greenwood's had to come from behind on numerous amount of occasions this season.
Greenville has started in a 2-3 zone, very active.
Pass to the post, fighting for it. Johnson was able to keep it alive. 3 ball off the mark. That was by Danielle.
Offensive rebound.
Nearly stolen. As Simeon keeps it alive. Had the and one, and now she turns it over. This is where Danielle's at her best in the transition offense. Hits Cameron. Double team comes. Ty Johnson. A little strong. And a block shot by a Simeon, doing everything offense and defense. And a foul goes on Cameron Oliver.
We're off to a fast pace. I know that. We've probably had 4 possessions, about a minute 15 gone. Greenwood is in a man-to-man.
I got Johnson on Owens. Jones looking for the handoff. Owens down the lane. Strawhorn unable to hit from short distance.
Foul.
Foul goes on the Red Raiders. Now the Red Raiders sink into what is a 2-3 zone. Yeah, Coach Childs. Then the Eagles will diagnose. Johnson at the high post. Working on a Simeon. Off the window, couldn't get it to fall. And it's won by Jaminette. Owens, long
Nice
pass
pass.
ahead. Simeon to Wilson Drawhorn. It was picked up by Whittington. Here come the Eagles. Beautiful find. Cameron to Danielle. Couldn't lay it in. And the follow goes for Leasia Morgan.
We have done a good job early in the offensive rebounding.
Jones. Eagles have cut it within 1. Jones through the teeth of the defense, plus the harm. Sends Jazaria Jones to the line. 6 points per game this season. Shooting 77% from the free throw line. This is the second and one of the game. Both field goal make for the Red Raiders thus far have had a foul attached to them. Free throw from the junior. Rattles in.
Greenville back to the 2-3 zone.
2 quick and ones for Greenville. That's how they have their 6 points.
Basically, Greenwood is attacking it 4 out, 1 in.
Cameron Oliver airballs the 3. Fight for the board. Morgan had it tied up. A jump ball will give it to Greenville.
Greenwood's going to come with some full court pressure here. It's almost a, looks here like a 1. Well, nope, they've changed out of it. Picked up man. Nope, they're back to a 2-2-1.
Going to be a war of attrition tonight. Wilson Drawhorn unable to hit. Here comes Cameron Oliver. Johnson was fouled on the drive. Was talking to some people real close to this girls basketball team for Greenwood. This is a game where they're nervous about. They know what's at stake
Yep.
when these two teams clash.
Greenville still in the 2-3. Greenwood is matching it up again. 4 out, 1 in.
Pass
Turnover.
intercepted. And then out of control on the drive. It was Wilson Drawhorn who lost control. It'll stay with the Red Raiders.
Greenwood in a 2-3 zone out of bounds.
There's Wilson Drawhorn. Up to Jones. 3 ball is short. First we've seen of Journey today. And got snatched out of her hands, but on the baseline, Jones turns it right back over to Greenwood.
Greenville 2-3 out of bounds.
Leading scorer for the Lady Eagles with the ball now. She'll try a 3 and hit. Eagles back within 1. Oh, quickly ahead. Wilson Drawhorn had it rejected by Morgan. And it'll stay with the Red Raiders. Or will it? No, it'll be Greenwood ball. It's all about the transition game tonight.
Yeah. Actually, Greenwood has gone to a kind of a high low, and it's going to screen the zone. They're keeping 2 inside, 3 outside. That gives you a little bit more driving angles.
Danielle got her own miss.
Skip pass.
Journey Williams unable to connect. Another chance.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm. Cameron uses the glass.
Again, they're in a little 2-1.
Johnson nearly got the steal. Somehow it stays alive to Ava Owens. Spinning down the lane. And a traveling violation called.
Greenville stays in the 2-3.
Eagles with their first lead of the game.
We're attacking it out of
And Journey traveled.
unforced turnovers.
They're not missing them tonight. Jones trying to fend off Cameron in the half court.
Greenwood's in a man-to-man.
Owens again. Bounces to the top. Jones couldn't hit the 3. Morgan slapped it alive, and then Williams could have let it go. It'll be Greenwood ball. Well, if there were a shot clock, Greenwood would be draining it down basically every possession, taking their time to diagnose the zone.
Yeah.
Danielle Oliver kicks to Cameron. 3 ball off the side of the rim. Jones, long 2. Another board. This time it's Williams. Foul on Greenville.
I think Greenville has come back the last possession, and they've gone to a 3-2 instead of a 2-3 to defend the perimeter a little bit better. So if you're looking at it, it's almost a 3-2.
Danielle left alone, unable to hit. And another defensive rebound, quickly outlet ahead.
Nice.
Oh,
pass.
beautiful dish. Williams with the easy deuce, but it was set up off the pass from Emily Jaminet. Greenville seesaw up front. Danielle cut off on the baseline.
Actually, this.
But hits the three. Oh, unable to get it in.
Actually, the last 3 possessions, they've gone to a 3-2 and been able to match Greenwood a little bit better on the perimeter. Although Greenwood is getting shots, they're not as open. And they've not gotten second shots out of this zone like they did the first 3 or 4 minutes of the quarter.
Greenwood won by 12 points on the road against Greenville earlier in the season. That was back on December 16th.
Another year.
Yeah, first matchup of 2026. Owens bounces down low. Harris handles it on the baseline and turned it over. Well, they're letting a lot of physical play go down low.
Yeah.
But they better not move that pivot foot.
Actually, Owens right there probably should have took the shot. I can see she's a very good team player. She can set other people up. Again, they're in a 3-2. It's high. Now, Greenwood is attacking it out of a 4-out, if you notice, with one post guy.
Journey Williams. And the corner has not been kind today. And the Eagles get an offensive board. And Danielle Travel right on cue.
Maybe they'll get all this traveling out before the boys' game.
We got 5 seconds to spare here in the opening stanza. Last chance for the Red Raiders. Jaminette to beat the buzzer. Got it to fall. And that's how we end the first quarter of play. It's a 4-point Red Raider lead here on the road and a top 10 matchup. You're watching on the Lakelands Sports Network Wednesday Night Who's presented by Armada Law. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite.
I had just left my house, went through the light, and was turning into a gas station. I heard the screech and kind of looked in my mirror. I was terrified. Everybody kept telling me, "You've got to get an attorney." She was there for me. Just a few phone calls with her to see her diligence. So it was just good to be able to trust.
Back here at Greenwood High School, battle of top 10 teams in 5A. But Greenville, 5-0 run to end the first quarter, Coach, and it was capped off with a 3-ball in the corner.
Absolutely. That's a big 3. Greenwood let the ball go from one baseline all the way to the other. And that was a big 3. That's kind of like hitting the last shot before you go in the half. Again, Greenville, if you look, they're in this 3-2.
And they've had some success with it.
Yeah. Just the one thing I like about Greenville is that their arms are out. They're extended. They're very active. Because she throws her, it's just they're very active with their arms.
Yep, in the passing lane.
Yep.
They've picked off a couple Eagle passes already.
And we
3-ball up. Another one misses. That one hit off the 10 3 times.
Yeah.
It was Harris who got the board. She'll bring it across the timeline. Find Jones. Has space. Gives it to the corner.
nice passing.
Harris lets it fly. And a little strong. Comes to Cameron Oliver. Eagles don't have numbers. And Ava Owens commits the foul. Wrong place, wrong time. That'll be her first.
One thing Greenville is doing is after they miss a shot or take a bad shot, they foul. Instead of getting back, not worrying. next play mentality.
Now they're in the 2-3.
Yep.
Danielle Oliver back to Cameron.
Hands are active. Have to move the ball side to side.
Turney
There you
gives
go,
up.
right in
Johnson underneath.
Very good teamwork there by Greenwood.
A near steal. Still up for grabs. Won by Johnson. The Eagles have another chance. A 2 would tie. Had 3 lead changes thus far.
Throw it right down in the post. Look in the post. Look in the post.
Johnson takes it herself.
Nice skip.
Danielle wants the lead. And Owen skying for the rebound. She'll look to facilitate here. Or take it all the way. How about Jones? Oh, just miss. Would have been a big triple make. Owens got tied up with Johnson, and it'll stay with Greenville. Those are the type of plays you can see why she's going to the next level.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, she's always got her head up and her eyes up. You know, she sees the whole floor. And that's what a point guard, you know, that's one thing you want in a point guard. I mean, every one of her passes are right on.
Oh, Harris splashes.
I mean, that's because of a good pass by back to a 2-3.
Spin move, Danielle turns it over. Harris just made a 2 last possession. Make it another.
Another assist.
And timeout taken. Coach Childs wants to talk it over. With 5:29 to go in the first half. Red Raiders starting to build a commanding lead on the Lakelands Sports Network.
Home. It's the house you grew up in. The still warm cookies in the jar at Grandma's. The warm sun on your back and the buzz of the bugs in the lake where Dad taught you to bait a hook. It's the place you put down roots, pin your hopes and dreams for the future, the connections we've made, and the adventures we've yet to take. This is home, and home is here.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it pays to work with someone who knows Greenwood. At Frank Coyle State Farm, Frank and his team help families and businesses with auto, home, life, and more. Whether you're driving to work, protecting your home, or planning for the future, count on coverage you can trust. Call 864-223-6781 or stop by 424 Main Street in Greenwood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. There's Mayor Brandon Smith in attendance today, catching some great girls action. Greenwood looking to gain some momentum, which they had early in the first, but it's been diminished since the last 2 minutes of the opening quarter. Harris cut off the Oliver drive. Now Danielle will set things back up. Danielle bumping down low, Euro step to the rim. Fantastic footwork for the Deuce. Well, the points are not coming easy against the stout zone.
And Greenwood continues to stay in the man.
Owens has 2 screens, takes it to her left. Gemini, this was a deep one. Owens tracks it down. Another time for Greenville. Harris shot the hot hand earlier. Long 2. Cheeks couldn't hit. Finally won by Ty Johnson and the Eagles. 2-on-1 fast break. Morgan had it slapped away and a foul's called. Goes on Kaylee Williams. Since Leasia Morgan, the senior, 6'2". Of course, The Oliver twins get a ton of praise, but having Morgan and Johnson on the court for Greenwood, both over 6 feet tall, pays dividends, especially when you look at what Greenwood's done in the postseason the last couple of seasons.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you have size, they're that tall when they start the game, and they're that tall when they finish the game. Remember that.
That's right. Can't fatigue size.
No, yeah, you can't teach that.
Well, both are missed from the line. Wilson Drawhorn had some run in the first quarter. Out of play off of Johnson. Both these teams can put together some sizable win streaks.
Yeah.
Greenwood's only lost this year in region play is to JL Man on the road. That was a tough environment. And then, of course, Greenville's lost game in mid-December to Greenwood. So this is their rematch. Drawhorn lost it. Diving on the floor. Cameron Oliver has it for the Eagles. Here comes Johnson. And a blocking foul. Sends her to the line shooting a pair.
That's she was a runaway getting to the block. That could have went either way. At home, you got to have that. But see what she can do free throw wise.
Now, great idea from Wilson Drawhorn. But Greenwood unable to make some of these free throws, still trailing by a deficit of 4. Heavenly Moore checks in. Eagles need this one. Johnson couldn't hit. Morgan trying to keep it alive. But Moore rips it through. Owens. Simeon knocks it in.
Another assist for Owens.
That's her 4th.
Bring it back to this 3-2.
Johnson backing down. Morgan on the weak side. Got her shot blocked. Simeon blocked it twice. Cheeks to Owens. Simeon again. Give her another. A 5 assist first half for Ava Owens, and the lead swells to 8, the largest of the day for the Red Raiders. And Morgan fouled immediately. Wow. Kevin Lee Moore with a push in the back.
A little shove there.
Been some quick hitters for the Red Raiders thus far.
Well, they got a lead guard that knows their teammates and where they can make shots. There you go.
Johnson lowers the shoulder, unable to get the 2, and it falls down to Wilson Drawhorn. Red Raiders again looking to move with tempo. Simeon had a tip off her hands. Wilson Drawhorn couldn't corral. Whittington finds Oliver. Cameron flips it up.
Offensive rebound.
Yeah, Morgan got the O board and was fouled on her way back up. This will be a big final 2 minutes of the first half for Greenwood.
Absolutely.
As Greenville have dipped all the momentum in their favor. Last 10 minutes of game time.
Yeah. To me, it's a low-scoring game.
Yep.
It's just not been a lot of rhythm. Mostly scoring off putbacks, live turnovers, but just I think Greenville has got produced more points for their whole team, combined, and that's because of Owens right here.
She has the ball now, spinning into the teeth of the Eagle defense, and then turned it over. And then a swarm around Cameron Oliver and a jump ball called. Some of the Eagle fans not happy about it, but it stays in the hands of Greenwood. Well, Greenville coming off a 50-point win against Easley, 60-10. That was on the 30th of January. Also picked up wins against Hillcrest, TL Hanna, AC Flora, JL Mann, Malden just this year.
See, if you can get the ball to the corner against this 3-2, you're going to have opening in the post. He's one of the bottom ladies is going to have to cover the corner.
That was Owens who committed the foul on Johnson. I believe that's 2 on her.
Yeah.
Johnson just went 1 for 2 from the line.
Yeah. One of the biggest obstacles Greenville's having is they just fouling. Like, they're into the 1-and-1. Greenwood is not fouled at all.
Big free throw make.
Yep.
Cuts the lead to 2 possessions. And Harris with the board.
I see Greenwood can come out and be aggressive right here because they have fouls to give.
Harris, the 3. Johnson again, the rebound. Nobody to pass it to. And a jump ball. We'll give it to the Red Raiders.
Nice sportsmanship there by the Raiders.
Both teams have stymied on their offense. Open shooter. Peaks a little strong. Danielle could not get the rebound. Moore gives it up. Harris down low. Fader wouldn't go.
Owens is out of the game right now, so this is a time where Greenwood needs to look to get some points on the board. Still in that 3-2. It's aggressive.
Hasn't looked very comfortable today for the Eagles.
No, and here's the deal. We need to drive it because if they foul, we get to the free throw line. Don't settle for an outside shot.
Eagles draining some clock.
Yeah.
Final 27 seconds of the first half. Johnson, good traffic. And it'll be turned over.
Yeah. Not sure she was the person handling the ball. I actually put Owens in for this play.
Final 21 seconds. Owens acting like another coach on the bench, though.
That didn't surprise you.
Bringing some value.
Yeah.
Here's Cheeks.
They try to run a set, kind of an elevator. There you go. Take it to
Jones, left-hand drive. Harris, the offensive board, and she's headed to the stripe.
It's not what you want.
7 seconds to spare.
Plenty of time to get to the other end and get a basket.
Might be the lowest scoring half all season for Greenwood this year.
Now, what we want to do is we want to get it to one of these guards, get the ball up the floor. Probably for you, Danielle Oliver would be good to get it in her hands quickly as possible. Go ahead.
Drops.
Get it. Go. Go. Go.
7-point lead. Danielle.
Out of bounds.
Yep, out of bounds. Microcosm of the first half there for Greenwood. They trail by 7 heading to the break. Just a mere 13 through the first 2 quarters.
They've scored, 2 touchdowns and missed the extra point. And Greenville scored, about 3?
Yep.
Missed the extra point.
2 field goals. Math checks out either way, but
yeah.
Greenville with a good first half. They lead the low-scoring affair by 7 as we hit the halftime break. This is Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network, presented by Armada Law. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite. When it comes to protecting what matters most, it pays to work with someone who knows Greenwood. At Frank Coyle State Farm, Frank and his team help families and businesses with auto, home, life, and more. Whether you're driving to work, protecting your home, or planning for the future, count on coverage you can trust. Call 864-223-6781 or stop by 424 Main Street in Greenwood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and 2-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath. Because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite.
I had just left my house, went through the light and was turning into a gas station. I heard the screech and kind of looked in my mirror. I was terrified. Everybody kept telling me, you've got to get an attorney. She was there for me. Just a few phone calls with her to see her diligence. So it was just good to be able to trust.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Quick response, satisfaction, and if they didn't listen, we'd take them to court. Because when I Googled for law firms, I went down the list and I found the most decent, respectable law firm that would help me get what I needed, make sure everything was legit. And I'm satisfied and I appreciate what I got, and it's a blessing. And go pay some bills.
Home. It's the house you grew up in. The still warm cookies in the jar at Grandma's. The warm sun on your back and the buzz of the bugs in the lake where Dad taught you to bait a hook. It's the place you put down roots, pin your hopes and dreams for the future, the connections we've made, and the adventures we've yet to take. This is home, and home is here.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it pays to work with someone who knows Greenwood. At Frank Coyle State Farm, Frank and his team help families and businesses with auto, home, life, and more. Whether you're driving to work, protecting your home, or planning for the future, count on coverage you can trust. Call 864-223-6781 or stop by 424 Main Street in Greenwood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We've hit the halftime break here on the Lakelands Sports Network. Graeme Simpson, the coach, Steve Roberts here with you as Greenville holding a 20-13 halftime lead. What needs to change for Greenwood to get back and score some points? Not just get back into the game, but they got to see the bucket.
And, we didn't get a lot of transition buckets, and that's something that we're normally good at. I mean, realistically, where we got shots were offensive rebounds out of that zone, but that's not our ammo. Our ammo is getting them to turn it over. And so there wasn't a lot. So they continue to face that 2-3 and then that 3-2 zone.
And the Eagles had troubles against the zone, both variations. For Greenwood, really, you talk about transition, but when they are starting to hit on all cylinders, the three ball falls.
Yeah.
They got to come out of the gate here in the third and knock down some threes.
Yeah.
But their biggest problem is stopping Ava Owens, who's got 5 assists in that first half of play.
Yeah. It's almost like, and I said this before, she's so unselfish, is when she drives it, you don't need to come off and help because she's pitching. And what happens, she sucks everybody in, and then and she knows her teammates.
Yep.
And she trusts her teammates. That's a positive thing. If I'm playing with a person that trusts me, I'm going to make good decisions.
You hear about this in the college game a lot, but the gravity a player has to attract the defenders.
Well, that's what you're trying to always do.
Yep.
My high school coach used to tell me all the time, don't worry about the guy that's guarding you. Make someone else have to come help him guard you. Then you make the play. And that's what she has done all night. So basically, they're guarding her with two people.
All right, they exchange baskets. Greenwood down by a touchdown as we start the third, and immediately
right back
the
in
Red
the
Raider.
3-2.
Yep, in the 3-2.
And they're kind of matching out of it. They're really active with their hands.
Johnson, that's it in.
Yeah.
Well, if you take away the three from both the Olivers, she's one that can step out and knock it down.
Yeah. I tell you the other thing, Greenville don't look to push it, so you can press them a little bit. And they don't get the ball out quick. Greenwood's back in the man. They've extended this a little bit. Greenwood has gotten a little more active.
Dangerous pass nearly turned over, and it will be Greenwood ball.
They've been more active on that possession. They were the whole first half, I think.
Definitely a key point there in the halftime discussion.
Now they've gone back to a 2-3. Well,
Greenville have led by as many as 8.
Now here comes a push.
Gemini was open and bobbled.
Yeah. Got to catch that. She put it right on the plate.
Eagles have knocked down a 3 with Johnson already in the quarter. Danielle has to spin away from traffic. Johnson again, top of the arc. Lends it over to Cameron.
I think you got to move the ball off the pass, side to side.
Deep 3. Danielle knocks it in. We got a 1-point game on our hands. Timeout taken. 6 minutes to go in the third. An NBA range 3 from Danielle Oliver. That's a big time making a gutsy shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly what Greenwood needed. They come out of the break and immediately drain 2 threes.
Yeah. An obstacle was Greenville was back off of them because they're also concerned if they get up on Danielle that she'll drive by them. So kind of a catch-22 there. But Greenwood has come out more aggressive.
Well, 2 minutes into the second half, Eagles right back in it.
Well, we scored 6 points in 2 minutes.
Yep. Well, it's a 6-0 run to start the third.
Yep.
And a foul called on Cameron Oliver on Ava Owens. She's not a big fan. Into the first team foul of the second half on either team.
Look at this pass.
Owens goes over the top. Harris keeps it alive to a Simeon. Jones couldn't knife through traffic. And a whistle.
Yeah, she went out of
baseline. He got out of play. Eagles could take the lead on this possession.
3-2. The middle is open when you throw it to the wing on the bottom. She's open.
Danielle Oh, rimmed out.
Another foul.
Not exactly what that call was.
He got number on the back, number 10.
Whittington, yep. It was on Whittington.
Yep.
Another fast break opportunity in the corner. Jeminet cannot knock it in.
There you go. Another foul. And it'd be, Greenville, that was their problem the first half. They were fouling. The score would have been much higher margin. And that's one of their Achilles, I think. In a 3-2.
Now, I believe Greenwood's last lead was when they led 7-6 in the first quarter. Off the window, Morgan got it snatched away, and a traveling violation called on Wilson Drawhorn.
Wide open.
Morgan couldn't lay it in. Johnson the follow. Another try, blocked from behind. Morgan again. That won't go. And it finally falls to the Red Raiders. Ample chances for Greenwood. And now Wilson Drawhorn on the other end. Red Raiders looking for their first points here in the third. Jones. Open for three. It's a long two, and it's missed. That was by Wilson Drawhorn. It'll be Eagle ball. A slow start to the third for the Red Raiders. Tell you, if Greenwood can get the crowd into it and behind them, that's when they become one of the toughest teams to beat in the state.
Yeah. Absolutely.
A bucket here would up the ante on the Eagle faithful. Danielle lines it up. Tapped away, one by Jaminet and the Red Raiders. She'll throw it into traffic. One by Harris. Contested two off the heel. And Greenwood get another chance here. Danielle just missed on a three. Johnson drives on Owens, takes her to the rim, and scores.
Johnson gets you with that left hand. Nice pass.
And right underneath, Cheek slays it in. Greenville back in front by one. Morgan flashing bodies and gets the two. On a seesaw and a traveling violation called.
Neither team this half has driven the ball in the lane. It's been more of everything's been a perimeter. I'd like to see Greenwood get some more drives against this zone. There you go.
There's a foul. Will the bucket count? It will for Cameron Oliver. Eagles can expand on the lead to 15-2. Excuse me, a 12-2 right now.
Yep.
Run for Greenwood. Could be 13-2 with a free throw make here.
Right on time.
But first, we'll step aside. Quick break taken. Just under 3 minutes to go in the third. Eagles with a 3-point lead. That's their largest of the game. And it's come here with still 3 minutes to spare in the third.
They've just been more aggressive. And I'll be honest, they've been aggressive on both ends. And Greenville, to me, has been non-aggressive on both ends. So that's kind of changed the tempo from Greenville to Greenwood.
Couple threes and one.
Yeah. You know, Greenwood has the size that really bothers. Like Greenville doesn't have the size that Greenwood has, and the size has been a plus tonight.
Yeah, Eagles have 3 players at 6 feet or taller.
Absolutely.
Simeon is the only player for Greenville that is at 6 feet. She's been in foul trouble today. Morgan crashing the glass.
Again, size.
She's the tallest player on the court. Owens to stop the bleeding. Got the floater to fall. Danielle.
That's quick.
Yeah, I had a
Now
quick
we,
shot.
now we got Owens in the transition. And that's where she's good at.
Owens has it ricochet. Now is Simeon. Foul line jumper, a little off the mark. Got her own miss. That wouldn't fall. A scrum for the loose ball. It'll stay with the Red Raiders. They have the possession arrow.
Greenville got the ball in the lane the last 2 possessions. Been a little bit more active.
Harris, the junior guard, to inbound here on the baseline. Owens underneath, over 2. Will shoot 2. The future Lander Bearcat headed to the line. And she's been a problem for Greenwood for a while. Before she was at Greenville, she was at Pickens, which was in the 4A region.
Yeah.
With Greenwood.
And Pickens always had good teams.
Yep. Kicks out to the corner. Harris got fouled by Morgan. And 3 shots coming to the line.
It's hard to believe that we didn't block the free throw shooter out. She shot the ball and got the rebound.
Akira Harris makes the first. Harris 79% from the line. Oh, the free throw is in. We're back to a tie ball game. So a quick turnaround and a necessary one for Greenville.
Yeah, after that timeout, they've came back and refocused a little bit.
Offensive board, as Simeon gives the Red Raiders the lead by 2. Johnson having to deal with Owens all over. Driving down the baseline, tiptoes. And a timeout taken by Coach Childs. Minute 53 to play here in the third. Greenville just got an offensive board and a putback, Coach. Something Greenwood honestly can't afford, especially when you have the size advantage.
Yeah. I always call free throws special situations. I reckon you call football, that'd be the red zone. But like, you can do a lot of things to create points off of it. You can do a lot of things to give the other team points off of it.
Right.
I think it's very important. And we've seen it twice. We saw it here. Greenwood got a putback. Greenwood didn't get a putback, but to a pitch to a 3. So, and I see it all the time. Something you have to work on.
Eagles down a deuce. Here's Danielle. Oh, Cameron nearly turned it over, but Danielle able to track it down. 3 ball on its way, and a Simeon grabs the board.
I don't think we've seen her play up to her potential tonight. Possibly fouls.
Here's Owens. Lost it. Turned it over. Here comes Cameron Oliver. Lays it in. We're tied. Owens to an open, jamming it, but again, she could not corral the pass. Wilson Drawhorn back in the contest.
Interesting. Greenwood is not going back to press much. They picked up, but the first half they got a couple turnovers when they pressed after a dead ball or free throw. Made bucket.
Danielle, a 3 ball. Couldn't knock it down. Whittington in the corner saves it. Journey on the ground. And a jump ball.
Out of bounds.
Just kidding. Out of bounds. Final minute of the third. Knotted up at 29. And a steal. Danielle in the passing lane. Dumps it over. Cameron couldn't score. And now they'll trap Ava Owens. Jump ball will give it to Greenwood.
I'm not sure what Greenville's in.
Looks like the Simeon's playing some free safety. Ty Johnson, too strong off the glass. Got her own miss. Couldn't lay it in. Falls to Owens. 2 seconds. Pete's at the clock. Spins, and he did not get the shot off. Even though it was a great attempt. That sends us to the 4th and final quarter. All tied up at 29. Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network continues. This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better. Feel better.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
There's Jeff May. She's catching some basketball. Is that Jim Martin there beside him? How about that? The crew.
Rock Wise, the former.
Okay. Well, he's done our job a time or two.
Yeah.
Some big royalty down there. Yep, I got Jim's attention.
Yeah. If there's an event in Greenwood, Jim's going to show up.
That's right.
Him and OG.
OG sent me a text. He said, "Go Eagles." Unable to make it tonight. Sure, he's watching online. Got a big fourth quarter ahead of us. 29-all after Greenville had a 7-point lead at the halftime break. The Eagles did a great job to close the gap. Even had a sizable lead. And in terms of this game, when it's a low-scoring game, he had 6 points. Seems like a ton. There's Ava Owens keeping the possession alive. Up and under, scoop lay-in. Got some Lander assistant coaches in the building. They'll be liking what they see. Danielle against the zone. Poked away by Cheeks. And now Cameron underneath. Tapped away by a Simeon. That didn't stop the clock, still rolling.
That's not good if we're behind.
Should be about 7:10 on the clock right now, or 7:13, excuse me. It's reading as 7:04. They go back to 7:12. Right on it. Oh, they caught him napping, and Cameron makes him pay. Tied up at 31.
Pass.
Harris had it swatted. Cameron Oliver. Back to Danielle. Long three. Missed it wide right. And out of play off of Johnson.
You would think after the second half of this game that Greenwood would be up. And, as much positive stuff they've done, and it's tied.
Ava Owens kicks it away to Harris. Thought about shooting the three. And now it's in a Simeon. And a foul called. Goes on the Eagles. First foul committed here in the fourth quarter. Got the boys game on the Lakelands Sports Network after this. Defending state champs walk into the building against Coach Gregg's led Eagles boys team, a hungry Greenwood team led by Damarion Roman. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to the Lakeland Sports Network. Should have more coming next week before we get to the playoffs. But I think the folks will like the announcement that we'll make next week early on. Nothing official yet.
You're not doing the Super Bowl, are you?
No, not doing the Super Bowl. And
maybe that's what you're going to announce. We're going out to California.
almost California.
Okay.
There's a big 1A matchup happening early next week. Danielle tried to kick it away. It was stolen. Emily jamming it. And now Ava Owens backing down. A whistle. And a foul called. Goes on Whittington. Ava Owens. Off the screen. And creates contact.
I'm not sure she made that if we just let her shoot it. She kind of tossed it from her back.
Taking a long time at the line here. She misses on the first. Back in Greenville, the 9th grade and JV boys are playing. Oliver misses.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds on the rebound. Freshman team got a win, 46-35 over the Red Raiders.
Greenwood's going to come with a little pressure here.
Oh, and they turn it right back over. Greenwood's press has worked.
Yeah. Look at
Cameron feeds to Danielle. Down a triple with 5.5 to go.
they've gone to a 2-3 again.
The guards are playing high.
Yeah, and they're trying to cover them with the 2.
Johnson gets past the first layer. Couldn't lay it in. A Simeon with the board. Long pass for Owens. Hits Harris in stride and the foul.
That's what a lead guard does. Kudos to the girl that tried to catch it, too. She caught it, laid it up.
Yep, that's Harris there at the line, the 5'9" junior.
Greenwood really needs to get something done this time down.
Big momentum swing for Greenville.
And as long as they're up, they're going to stay in this zone.
Johnson doesn't take the three, instead drives. Works on a Simeon. High off the window. Timeout Greenwood. Final 4:37 when we come back. Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network, presented by Armada Law. When it comes to protecting what matters most, it pays to work with someone who knows Greenwood. At Frank Coyle State Farm, Frank and his team help families and businesses with auto, home, life, and more. Whether you're driving to work, protecting your home, or planning for the future, count on coverage you can trust. Call 864-223-6781 or stop by 424 Main Street in Greenwood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. There's head baseball coach Chase Pridgeon, and then assistant boys basketball coach Trey Childress. How about his wife, cheerleader coach Hillary? I believe Trey was a Lander classmate of our camera operator tonight, Turner. Sticking in Greenwood. Tonight's been a lot about Lander. Chase was a baseball player for Erskine. You should ask him how that mini-series went last week, if you see him. 4:37 to go in R1, and it is Greenville with a 4-point lead. Coach Childs just called the timeout after a big-time bucket for Ty Johnson.
We needed that. Like Greenwood picking up full court.
Jones lends it to Owens. A Simeon from the corner. Gives it back up to Harris. Johnson on her man-to-man. A Simeon. And a timeout taken by Greenville this time. They'll take a full. We'll step aside. About 4:10 to go in the fourth. Greenville still with the lead on the Lakeland Sports Network, presented by Armada Law.
Home. It's the house you grew up in. The still warm cookies in the jar at Grandma's. The warm sun on your back and the buzz of the bugs in the lake where Dad taught you to bait a hook. It's the place you put down roots, pin your hopes and dreams for the future, the connections we've made, and the adventures we've yet to take. This is home, and home is here.
There's friend of the program, Jim Still. With 4 minutes to go in this one, 4-point lead for Greenville. Also the principal of Greenwood High School, I might add. Red Raiders will inbound here to Jones. It's going to be a big final 4 minutes in this one. Taking it all the way to the rim, but misses on the layup. It's Johnson the board. Has to get out of traffic and does so. Cameron Oliver from the elbow. Banked it in. Simeon creates contact and she's fouled. Looks like it's on Johnson. Greenwood with only 7 players at the varsity level. The Whittington and Williams on the bench now. Cannot afford to get in foul trouble, especially not Ty Johnson. Well, it's a Simeon at the line shooting 2. And that's a big time make.
So the other thing, Greenville High can be really aggressive. They've not fouled this quarter, whereas Greenwood has.
Greenville's in the bonus.
Yeah.
And also have 4 fouls to give.
Yeah.
Both go for Simeon.
We can't go to the monitor, right? No. We'd have a 20-minute timeout here if we had to go to the monitor.
They could if they wanted to make the trek
Trip
up
up
the stairs. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got some replay we can work with.
Greenville in a 2-3 running, Greenwood's running a baseline.
Danielle out to Cameron. Final 3 minutes. Here's Journey. Danielle fading away, couldn't hit. Johnson, second try. That one's blocked. Owens to the open cheeks. In tempo, the 2 is taken and made by Jones.
That was a tough shot.
Another timeout. This one's by the Red Raiders. I think.
Maybe delay.
Yeah, delay.
Maybe they touched the ball.
So no timeout called. Been all Greenville here in the 4th.
Tell her 2 quarters.
Danielle trying to split the defense and traveled in the meantime. Two and a half minutes
Greenwood's got to
remaining.
come up, be aggressive.
Yep, Eagles running out of daylight.
Be aggressive.
Go.
Oh, she's turned it over.
Easiest call they're going to make all night.
We would not bring the ball up if Owens would have to have the ball every time for me. I'm not. The last 3 possessions, she's not had it except the long pass. That doesn't
Greenwood needs a bucket on this possession.
drive the ball. Yep, you're right. Drive it.
Blocked by a Simeon. Johnson keeps it alive. Williams to Oliver. Johnson thought about the 3. 2 converge and a foul called.
Now here's where the fouls are going to come into to play. Greenville can still be aggressive. I think Greenwood should drive it.
That was the third on Ava Owens. First team foul of the fourth on Greenville comes with under 2 minutes to go in the game. Cameron had space but didn't shoot.
There you go.
Now
there
she
you
drive.
go. There you go.
Fouled
Good.
by a Simeon. Now it comes a free throw shooting game.
Well, you're shooting free throws, and then you've got a chance to press on made free throws or missed.
Yep.
So we got to press. And Greenville's got to set up in a good press O.
Cameron Oliver inching closer to 1,000, misses
Look
on
at
the
it.
second, but Daniel,
There
the
you go.
offensive board, could pay dividends.
A 3 gets it to 2.
Johnson tries it. A little strong. Owens, another long pass. A Simeon. And smartly, Jones will slow it down.
I think you've got to be aggressive and foul.
Simeon to the cup, try to turn around, out of control. Harris gets the board. And another offensive board. Timeout taken by Greenville. A minute to go in the game. 41-36 Red Raiders. I'll step aside on the Lakelands Sports Network. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite.
I had just left my house, went through the light and was turning into a gas station. I heard the screech and kind of looked in my mirror. I was terrified. Everybody kept telling me, "You've got to get an attorney." She was there for me. Just a few phone calls with her to see her diligence. So it was just good to be able to trust.
There's Cameron Oliver getting her 1,000 points celebration. Hit it today. She's got 11 to her total. That was her mom, Veronica. Great ambassador to basketball here in Greenwood, South Carolina. And both of her girls now 1,000 points in their high school careers. Eagles have work to do now. Down by 5 and under a minute to play. Ava had it knocked out of her hands. And it'll stay with the Red Raiders. Triple team. Still got it out to Jones. The Red Raiders fine playing keep away. Sends a Simeon to the line with a 5-point lead. Time running out for the Eagles.
Yep. They will, I just feel like these guys will play again. It's all said and done.
She's been cold-blooded at the line.
Junior.
She's a 59% free throw shooter on the season. About 100% in the final minute tonight. And Eagles need to move quickly here. Johnson to the rim. Wouldn't get it to fall out of play off Greenville. Cameron to Danielle. She'll trigger. Drive from the well here in the fourth quarter are the Eagles, but they'll get another crack at it. Jump ball was called.
Underneath.
Cameron searching for Danielle, instead finds Journey. 30 seconds to work with. Johnson drives inside, lost it, turned it over. And that might have been the dagger. Owens ahead to a Simeon. They're trying to foul her, and finally the whistle blows. 20 seconds to play. And Greenwood on the verge of picking up their second region loss of the season. First home region loss in quite some time.
Really struggled to score. I mean, you know, what are their average and what? Points per game? It's got to be down tonight.
Oh, yeah, Greenwood or 60 on any night.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking.
Cut that in half, basically.
Yeah, now Greenville, I looked theirs up, and it was like maybe 52, something around there.
Greenville going to walk away with a hard-fought victory and sustain what was a big-time Greenwood run coming out of the second half. And Ava Owens, who has the ball here, led the charge for Greenville. And picks up the dub. Red Raiders with their 16th win of the year, a big one in region play. They now have sole possession at first place. And the Eagles take a home region loss, their first of the season, second in region play overall.
And still some games to be played. So I don't know what kind of game the Greenville Jail Man game was.
It was a Greenville win.
Close.
It was.
Yeah. So
but they will go 2-man later on this year.
Yeah. Yeah. We just struggled to score tonight. Now, I think Greenville had something to do with that zone, that changing of that zone. And we'll bounce back.
Yep. Big win for Greenville, 44-36 the final. We got the boys game next on the Lakelands Sports Network. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite. When it comes to protecting what matters most, it pays to work with someone who knows Greenwood. At Frank Coyle State Farm, Frank and his team help families and businesses with auto, home, life, and more. Whether you're driving to work, protecting your home, or planning for the future, count on coverage you can trust. Call 864-223-6781 or stop by 424 Main Street in Greenwood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and two-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath. Because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and two-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
Sometimes life feels like it's moving faster than you can keep up. Your energy dips, your routine slips, and before you know it, you're running on empty. Peak Performance gives you a reset button. Through nutrition coaching, group fitness, and personal training, they help you build strength, find balance, and feel fueled again, one small step at a time. If you're ready for a fresh start, visit peakperformancepts.com. That's peakperformancepts.com.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath, because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Quick response, satisfaction, and if they didn't listen, we'd take them to court. Because when I Googled for law firms, I went down the list and I found the most decent, respectable law firm that would help me get what I needed, make sure everything was legit. And I'm satisfied and I appreciate what I got, and it's a blessing. And go pay some bills.
Home. It's the house you grew up in. The still warm cookies in the jar at Grandma's. The warm sun on your back and the buzz of the bugs in the lake where Dad taught you to bait a hook. It's the place you put down roots, pin your hopes and dreams for the future, the connections we've made, and the adventures we've yet to take. This is home, and home is here.
Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with... Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network, presented by Armada Law. We got Graeme Simpson here with you. Alongside me is the coach, the legend, Steve Roberts, as we get set for Greenwood hosting the defending state champions and a team which the Eagles have had some good games against, sometimes where you feel like they could pull off the upset but have come up just short. But the last year, though, it's been owned by Greenville.
Absolutely. Greenville's coming back off a state championship. The one thing about Greenwood tonight, the margin of error is very small. And so we've got to limit some turnovers and just look forward to watching. There's a lot of good players on both teams tonight. Looking forward to it.
Speaking of one, Damarion Roman is quite the player for the Greenwood Eagles. When you look at what he's done this year, look at all those games. 30 points against Dixie, another 29 against Chesney, all of these above 20 per game, and he's turned it on his senior season.
He sure has. And he's a guy that's gotten it better every year. And really happy for him in the season he's having.
Yeah, quite the player Damarion Roman is, and he'll need a big one tonight. He was only held to 9 points when these two teams met up earlier on in December. All right, tip-off is next between the two Gs, Greenwood and Greenville, next on the Lakelands Sports Network.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and two-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter.
A bunch of high-flying action expected in this one. Greenwood and Greenville getting set to tip off here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Appreciate you joining us on the Lakewood Sports Network. Greenwood coming into this one with a tough loss, looking to reign true here against what is one of the best teams they'll face all season, one of the best teams in the state of South Carolina, in the Greenville Red Raiders. Graeme Simpson, Steve Roberts with you. As
Greenwood opens up man to man.
Tall task today for the Eagles as Tucker Scholl is automatic, and he makes his first. And Jay Duncan signed to play football at Furman today. I'm super proud of what Jay's done. A wide receiver in the class of 26. Davis's pass intercepted. Arkia Shell missed on the layup. Good defense in transition from Crawford. Here comes Williams. Duncan wide left on the 3. And another rebound for Arkia Shell. Tucker Scholl made a 3 already. Super poised with the ball in his hands, but he turns it over. Roman to Duncan, lays it in. Here's McCoy. Coleman averaging 16 a game. Off to McCoy. Goal was fouled by Williams. Well, Greenwood made a change about midseason to their starting lineup, put Kyem Williams as a 2-guard, a next extra ball handler beside Jay, and turned Halzel to the bench. And honestly, his game is elevated as a 6-man.
Yep. Just got to be better defensively.
Gavin Griffin with the easy 2 off the inbounds pass.
Run and jump here with Greenville against Jay.
Jolene lost it. Gavin Griffin leading the charge. Here's Coleman. Down the lane, lays it in. And a foul on Arkia Shell. The first team foul in Greenville.
And Greenwood has had 2 turnovers already. And the last one was a live turnover and was able to score off of it.
Duncan, little floater is pure.
Nice. To me, that's Jay's best shot.
Here's Tucker Scholl, one of the best shooters in the country. He's now 1 for 2 from deep. Duncan with his eyes up, hits Crawford. Try to bounce it down low to Mel. It was taken away. Here comes McCoy. Keyshawn McCoy nearly coughed it up, has a dive on the hardwood. And out to Caden Coleman. Foul line jumper. Another offensive board. Gavin Griffin fouled and the bucket.
Greenwood will have to keep him off the glass.
In the first meeting, he was the best player on the court.
Yeah. Very active.
Very sound as a rim protector as well in the defensive. Second team foul on Greenwood.
Having talked to some guys in South Carolina, there's quite a few guys recruiting him, looking at him. A lot on his potential as a player, athletic.
There's a lane violation, giving him another chance here at the line.
Yeah, and to me, that's like a turnover sometimes.
He missed it again.
Yeah.
Rebounds won by the 6'4" Jay Duncan. And leave Mel alone. Didn't take the 3. Good closeout by McCoy. Here's Crawford. Knocked away. Shell leading the charge. Missed the layup. Griffin couldn't follow. And Tucker Scholl able to track it down. Shell out to Scholl, and he reverses for the lay. Williams, beautiful feed, and Crawford with the deuce.
A warning. Greenwood touched the ball after they made the shot.
Caden Coleman, 16 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and now he's headed to the line.
Greenwood has started in a man-to-man and actually has picked up a couple fouls off Greenville driving it.
Well, the Red Raiders are a good shooting team. They're about 49% from the floor, but when they're shooting the 3, that's at 34, which for a high school team, at the volume that they take them, pretty good clip.
Yeah. And that's probably why Coach Greg is, they will start some man. Greenwood's obstacle has been turnovers. They have 3 already. Greenville is struggling a little bit from the line.
Free throw goes. Caden Coleman was a 44% free throw shooter heading into this one. He's going to be a 59% free throw shooter. That was his 44th attempt of the year.
Greenville's in a 2.
Another turn. Shell feeds it to Tucker Scholl, Euro, and a foul.
We played 4 minutes. It's amazing how many times the ball has ended up in Tucker Scholl's hand in the 4 minutes. And good things have happened every time.
He's already made a 3. Coming into today, he was a 41% free throw shooter. Excuse me, a 3-point shooter.
Oh,
make the free throw.
Right.
Yeah. He's a lot better from the line.
I'm sure it's better than 41.
Yeah, more like 90% from the line. But he was 41 for 100 from 3 heading into today.
Yeah.
Now he's 42 for 102.
That's 2 things. He's a good shooter. He's got good players around him to get the ball to him. Greenville in a man-to-man, picking up Greenwood High. Again, being aggressive. A turnover.
Yep, it was created by Tucker Scholl. Watch out, it's Coleman to the lane. And now it's quickly become a 10-point lead for Greenville. Duncan to Elijah Housel. Eagles miss Damarion Roman open underneath the rim.
Don't know what he's going to.
Well, the foul called. Seems to go on Kent Kirkpatrick, 6'2" senior for the Red Raiders.
Greenwood's got to move the ball without turning it over. We're playing 5 out here. Got everybody passing and cutting and moving.
Housel drive to the mid post. Scoops it up, couldn't score. Oh, Coleman quickly out of his hands. Shell creates contact for the hoop. And timeout taken by Greenwood. 18-6, 12-point lead for the Greenville Red Raiders still in the first quarter. 30-second timeout taken. What do you tell your team after the explosive start for Greenville?
Well, I think we got to, one thing is we've got to pass fake. We got to meet the ball. We got to be strong with the ball. These are all things that are causing us issues with turnovers. The last bucket was transition. We missed a shot. No one went and got the rebound, and we still got Greenwood still got beat in transition. So to me, that's an effort thing. Greenville's still going to come with pressure as long as we're Greenwood is turning the ball over.
There's Duncan. Crosses to Kent Patrick. Another Greenwood turnover. Caden Coleman. Pass was tipped. Coleman again in the corner. Couldn't drop it from deep. Farrow almost had the offensive board. Leak out for the Eagles. Roman had it intercepted by Keyshawn Farrow. And now Tucker Scholl throwing the lob. But Coleman not on the first try. Gets it again. Kirkpatrick on a baseline drive. He got it blocked by Duncan. Little ambitious there from Greenville.
I've always said if you're going to throw the lob, don't throw it if the guy can't catch it. It's your fault. He didn't catch it.
Well, he caught it, just not on the bounce.
That's right.
He goes one-on-one with Damarion Roman. Saucing him up on a baseline drive. Kicks it to McCoy. Too strong from deep. And Roman was fouled on the rebound. Everything's physical against those Greenville teams. Nothing easy.
Yeah. And the interesting thing, I think you can run on Greenville if you can get the rebound because they send everybody. If you notice, they send everybody inside the 3. So, I mean, you can get some runouts, but you've got to rebound. Strictly a man-to-man run and jump.
Duncan into the forecourt. Housel to Davis.
Play there.
Williams out to Housel. Corner 3. Rattled out. Davis the pogo stick, and he's fouled by Gavin Griffin.
They came and doubled Jay, and we got the ball to Jolly, and we moved the ball, and we attacked. It was a good job. If I could make these 2 free throws, I might do a little press here, pressure a little
He
bit
missed on the first.
to see if see what Greenville can do.
This year from the line, Jolly Davis shooting at a 51% clip as he makes the second. It's Keyshawn McCoy.
They do a lot of ball screening.
This one is off the rim. Shell through the lob. Caden Coleman snuck by everybody, but the jam wouldn't go.
Watch him come. See, Jolly's got to come back, throw out of it. There you go. Now attack.
He does so to Kaim Williams.
Guys open in the post.
Housel thought about the 3, but a good closeout by Arkia Shell and a foul. There is no breathing room for Greenwood today.
No, they're doubling. They're doubling you in the front court or in the back court, and then when you drive it, someone's coming over to double. That's just the way they play. So you've got to make the extra pass, and you've got to be strong with the ball.
Got quite the head coach in Eric Stoneman. Elijah Housel misses on the free throw. It's not going to be easy for Greenwood in this one. Already an uphill climb. Got to convert on the foul shots. Housel swishes on the second.
I still would like to see Greenwood press a little bit, pressure these guys, get them away from the bucket.
Caden Coleman.
1-4 high. Again, these handbacks.
Tucker Scholl off the curl. Rattled.
Yep.
Could not set his feet. Jolly Davis finds Damarion Roman. Roman pops up on Farrow and creates contact. That was a good move from Damarion Roman, the Eagles' leading scorer. He's headed to the line.
Yeah. Again, Greenville has scored so easily that they've been able to get in their press, and what they're doing is they're doubling Jay, point guard, Duncan, and taking the ball out of his hands.
Free throw woes continue for the black and gold. Roman makes on his second. Lead within single digits. Final minute of the first quarter. Caden Coleman with the handoff. Keyshawn Farrow.
All screening.
Here's McCoy driving on Duncan. Slips it underneath. Farrow from deep. Cashes it in. Keyshawn Farrow, the Hillcrest transfer, plays quarterback for the Red Raiders. Just made a 3. Housel tries to answer. Could not. Roman on the offensive glass, ripped away by Scholl. It'll stay with Greenwood with 19 seconds on the timer.
They're switching the screen.
Jolly Davis spins it for Roman, misses on the 2, and McCoy got the rebound for Greenville. Here's Tucker Scholl. Too much space. Couldn't make him pay. And kept alive. Back to Caden Coleman, who's fouled, and it will not drop. The Eagles having trouble on the defensive glass. Couple cheap offensive rebounds for Greenville.
Yep. That was all done with about 8 seconds, I think.
There is 1.6 seconds on the clock to conclude what is this first quarter of play. Caden Coleman swishes on the first.
Well, 2 things about this quarter: turnovers and missed free throws.
Yep.
Those are
And Duncan lets time expire. So 23-9, Greenville's lead. We played one Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network. This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Cameron Oliver celebrating her 1,000 career points as the Greenville girls picked up a big win. It's been all Red Raiders here for the first 8 minutes. Greenville's only hiccup this season is a loss on the road at Hillcrest, which came as a surprise to a lot of people across the state.
I'm sure Hillcrest enjoyed that win.
Yes. Here's Damarion Roman. Here's Duncan. He's going to have to light it up offensively for Greenwood today.
Greenville does a good job with coming in and helping. He drove it, and there was 2 to 3 guys down there helping on the baseline.
Duncan to inbound. All the lanes were clogged. Kylie Williams has a catch in the backcourt. Spinning down the lane and out of control, turned it over. He jumped to pass.
Anytime you jump, shoot it. That's what I was told. Makes sense. We at least get a shot. You get a shot on the.
Oh, great defense from Damarion Roman. Knocks it away. Here's Housel. Layup wouldn't fall. Roman gets his first field goal of the night. Well, explosive opening minute for the Eagles, and McCoy was fouled on the drive. Goes on Jay Duncan.
Going a little 2-3 here, maybe.
Joel cuts it off. Kirkpatrick tries a three. And a rebound on the weak side for Duncan.
On the attack.
Here's Kaim Williams. Euros inside the lane and a foul called. Sends Kaim Williams to the stripe, shooting two. Front ends have not been kind to Greenwood thus far. Eagles back in action on Friday, playing Woodmont. Greenville continue the offensive onslaught. Duncan from the right block, couldn't lay it in, got his own miss, and it goes. Wild shot from the elbow. Caden Coleman got it to drop. And a foul, another one on Arkia Shell. That's a second reach-in foul. Duncan does a good job shielding the ball. Thirteen-point lead. Housel got his man in the air. Takes the two. Unable to hit it. And Tucker Scholl clears the glass. Scholl likes to work in transition.
Greenwood did a good job of getting back in transition then.
Shell, super shifty. And the three ball is in for Gavin Griffin. Shell had an open two. There's a warning here. Looks like it's a delay game. But Shell had the open two. Gave it up for a three. And Griffin knocked it in. That's new school basketball for you, Coach.
Yeah. And then he looked over at the crowd and wanted everybody to know that he made a three.
Here's Roman underneath. Through contact, could not get the two to go. It was Gavin Griffin the board. Now he finds Shell driving along the baseline. Hits to Scholl. How about Farrow? Give it to him. Another timeout. No, a technical foul. A technical foul called. It's on Keyshawn Farrow after making the shot. And Greenwood's going to have two free throws.
Yeah.
And the ball.
I think you should get 6 points for technicals. Maybe that would cut some of this out. See too much of it. You know? Like, it just
depends on the crew you get each night.
Yeah.
It's one of your big things, Coach. You got to adjust to who your officials are.
Yeah. And you got to adjust that that guy can make a shot. And next time he shoots it, there will be somebody on him.
Duncan uncharacteristically missed the first, but knocks in the second one. A silky smooth ball movement nonetheless from Greenville.
Yeah. I've got good guards, good quick. It's hard to guard them man to man. And Greenville's been more aggressive. I mean, we're bigger, in a lot of ways, but they've been more aggressive.
And now the officials at the scores table. See what this is about. Both officials hashing it out with the book and the scoreboard operator.
I'm not sure in the last 3 years I've been in a lot of high school games. I'm not sure I've been to one where there wasn't a technical.
To your point.
I mean, you don't see them as much in the college. You know, it's just.
Well, they let them get away with a lot more.
Yeah, and guys, you know, it's more of business. You know, now you see more coaches get technicals at the college level. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, some of that is strategic to get a technical foul. And a traveling violation on Omari and Griffin.
Coach Greg is. Oh, we've gone to a little. Greenwood's gone to a 2-3.
Arkia Shell bounces to Farrow.
Not very active.
On the roll, it was partially blocked by London Crawford.
Yeah.
Here's Charlie Davis. Finds Griffin. He'll let it fly. Just rattled out. And now Shell will lead the charge. 3-on-3. Here's Griffin. Stops at the block. And finds its way to Scholl. Farrow, tons of space. Short on the 3. Charlie Davis taps it. And out of play it goes. There's Caden Coleman. Hits Tucker Scholl. Him and Farrow are both in the corner. Eagles in the 2-3. And Greenville happy to slow down their offense. Gavin Griffin is versatile offensively. Shell gets past his first man. Here's Griffin again in the mid-post. Leaning jumper off the heel. And it's saved by Stell in the corner. Keeps it alive to Coleman. And now Scholl.
Greenwood does a good job of passing the ball.
Shell knocks it in.
He probably made 10 or 12 passes in that one possession.
Roman got his own miss and lays it up. And a flopping foul called on Greenville. Both officials not happy. It's going to be both coaches not happy with the officials. How's Tucker Scholl? Offense has slowed down considerably since Greenwood's gone in the zone. But
it's taken away. The problem is we haven't got they've got second shots.
Coleman out of control, unable to hit the shot, and a traveling violation on Griffin because he fell over Crawford. That type of night thus far. Three minutes ago in the second.
I'm not sure back in the zone Greenwood is.
Farrow to McCoy. Joel from the corner. This is short. And now Roman has it. Damarion Roman. Blocked off the backboard. Caden Coleman. Crawford rejects it on the other end. And now Griffin. Up to Duncan. Swatted. And it's showtime. Augusta win for Caden Coleman. And a timeout stops the clock as Greenville have their largest lead of the day. Shockwaves through the gym. You don't see that every night.
Yeah. Not at this level. You go down a couple miles from here, you see it in the old PBC.
That's right.
No one even moves after a dunk like that. Little 1-2-2 here.
Dolly Davis handling it, finds Amarian Griffin.
Nice post feed. Nice inside out.
Jolly nearly had it ripped away. Now Duncan. Air ball from three. Roman crashing the glass. Lins to Jolly Davis. Up to Tucker Scholl. And Keyshawn McCoy couldn't lay it in. It'll be Greenville ball still.
Greenville does a very good job of sticking their hands and arms in and stripping. They have stripped Greenwood just by being aggressive, which
Almost had the three. Oh, beautiful bounce pass. Duncan put it on a platter, but Crawford couldn't lay it in. Farrow is spin and a travel call. So is a spin move a travel now, Coach? Or is that different from the rest we've seen?
it determines the officials, and like you said a minute ago, you have to adjust. Greenwood needs to get to the half and just regroup.
It's Kaim Williams.
They just
so much space is being covered.
Yeah, see, everything's.
Roman was fouled by LJ Dindy.
We've missed some. Greenwood has missed some layups. What did the girls have at half? 13?
Yep.
Boys aren't too.
No.
They're going to be close. You know, one thing that Greenville has is they have 5 guards. They're all about 6 foot.
Yep.
And like they all are good players. They all do different things. But one thing, they all shoot it extremely well.
And can handle the ball.
Yeah. And so it's a matchup problem when you're trying to play man. Because it's hard to help.
40 seconds left in the half. Here's Tucker Scholl. Thought about the three. Hop step and a kick out. Barrow leads to Duncan. Got 20 seconds to work with. Double
Again, they went doubled him.
Duncan able to save it. Finds Housel. And now Williams on the cross court. Couldn't hit the three. Crawford playing volleyball. Got it on the third try. And now Duncan to beat the buzzer. Did not get it off in time. And that'll send us into the break. Well, Greenville, as advertised, and have come to play here in Greenwood. They'll take a 38-17 lead into the half. You're watching the Lakelands Sports Network Wednesday Night Hoops presented by Armada Law. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite. When it comes to protecting what matters most, it pays to work with someone who knows Greenwood. At Frank Coyle State Farm, Frank and his team help families and businesses with auto, home, life, and more. Whether you're driving to work, protecting your home, or planning for the future, count on coverage you can trust. Call 864-223-6781 or stop by 424 Main Street in Greenwood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and two-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath. Because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite.
I had just left my house, went through the light and was turning into a gas station. I heard the screech and kind of looked in my mirror. I was terrified. Everybody kept telling me, "You've got to get an attorney." She was there for me. Just a few phone calls with her to see her diligence. So it was just good to be able to trust.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and two-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
A good personal injury attorney is going to be able to negotiate for you, speak with the insurance companies in their language, and ultimately file a lawsuit and take your case to court if it needs it. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and two-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
Sometimes life feels like it's moving faster than you can keep up. Your energy dips, your routine slips, and before you know it, you're running on empty. Peak Performance gives you a reset button. Through nutrition coaching, group fitness, and personal training, they help you build strength, find balance, and feel fueled again, one small step at a time. If you're ready for a fresh start, visit peakperformancepts.com. That's peakperformancepts.com.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath, because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
That's
Eagles down at the half, 38-17. Greenville have come to play here at the Eagles Nest. Signing day was today. Jay Duncan, Eagles point guard, also had one of the best wide receiver seasons in Greenwood football history. And that got him a trip down to the Furman Paladins as a wide receiver. There's some of his crew there that was here earlier for the signing day. Always fun when we get the pen to paper.
yeah. That's actually Jay's grandfather. As they say in the country, good people.
Yes, that's right. Good people.
Good people. She's worked at Landon for many, many years in the dining services. Known her a long time.
Oh, yeah.
We've actually had a little turnover here. We'll get through it. All right. Going to a little 1-2. 1-2-2 here with the Eagles.
Here's Tucker Scholl. Finds Gavin Griffin off the hop step. Oh, he got knocked away.
Turnover.
And Greenwood quickly with the steal. Here comes Jay Duncan. Tucker Scholl on his hip. Runner wouldn't fall. Keyshawn McCoy the board. Greenville moves so quick with the ball. Here's a baseline drive. Step back three. Griffin couldn't knock it in. Jolly Davis.
Other thing, they're doubling the rebound.
Yeah, and there's Keyshawn McCoy off the rebound. Davis again knocked it away, and it's Coleman to clean up the mess. And another whistle. Let's see what this is. Is this the second delay game or a technical foul? And it's a technical foul. Well, something was said. There's Jay Duncan. Makes his first 80% free throw shooter on the season. That's a good start to the third. Knocking down both of your free throws.
I'm not sure it wasn't number 4 there. They've taken him out.
Maybe, yeah, might have been on Gavin Griffin.
Again, they're going to double Jay.
Eagles got to bring some help. Davis, the inbounder, threw it away. Was trying to find London Crawford. And now Kirkpatrick fires and hits. Williams was fouled on the drive, goes on Keyshawn McCoy.
This is where Williams has to come back and handle the ball. Okay, this is a great time for him to learn. They're doubling Jay. I should be the guy coming back. There's no way we should be throwing it to our 5-player. Or Greenwood should be throwing it to their 5-player on the dead run.
I think Williams did show for the ball when he was curling into 3 defenders.
Yeah. Really back to the 1-2-2 here.
Here's Tucker Scholl. Coleman.
Problem.
Offensive board. Coleman couldn't get it. Second try goes. And overthrowing Jolly Davis. Turnover from Kyle Williams.
going back to, Greenwood's going back to man-to-man.
Foul on Williams. Holding on Arkeia Shell. And now Housel checks into the game. Jolly Davis with a momentary rest. Looks like he's hobbling on that left knee. Kirkpatrick just made a three. Rattled out, and Keyshawn McCoy comes flying in for the board.
Tell you the other thing, Greenville does a good job of rebounding with their guards.
Another foul on Williams. We'll see Caden Brownlee get his first licks. Comes from a good lineage of hoops.
Yep. Played with his dad.
You played with his dad.
Yep.
Nice.
Clarence Brownlee. From Clarence played at Ware Shoals.
Here's Keyshawn McCoy. Driving on Duncan. Takes him to the rim and scores. Duncan's waiting on the double and gets it.
See,
there's another turnover.
We didn't meet the pass.
Joel was fouled hard by Duncan.
We didn't meet the pass. Williams should come back. Brownlee should be out after he throws it in. Clear him out. These guys are so quick and active, you've got to meet the pass. You can't wait for the pass to come to you. Like it's kind of like the old football button hook. You got to come back to the ball.
Yeah. Tucker Scholl, 90% this year from the line, knocks in his first. Damarion Roman coughs it up.
They're just so active with their hands.
Arkeia Shell couldn't get it. Here's Tucker Scholl out to Kirkpatrick. And good hands from Kaim Williams. As Caden Coleman was looking for another throwdown. Shell to inbound. Oh, good hands again from Williams.
Yep.
Housel picks up the loose ball and scores. Nifty move from McCoy into the forecourt. Coleman on a baseline drive, got bumped by Brownlee and turned it over.
Over again.
A string of turnovers for the Red Raiders. Housel connects from deep. Little jolt of momentum for Greenwood, turning defense into offense last couple possessions. And a lot of it done by Elijah Housel.
Yep.
Cross-court pass. Arkeia Shell tried to answer. Duncan skies for the rebound, and then his triple team, but a foul called.
Yeah, they were trying to get the ball out of his hands. The other thing, anytime we rebound the ball, there's two of those guys double. We haven't seen that a lot this year.
See Gavin Griffin back into the game along with Keyshawn Farrow. Another near turnover. Farrow on the ground and a timeout taken as Greenwood had the possession arrow. There's timeout for the Red Raiders. It's a 30 with 4:16 to go here in the third. Almost at the half-century mark. Say Tucker Scholl's just a junior. Kid's going to be good. Keyshawn Farrow just a sophomore. course, he played for Hillcrest last year and was one of their premier guards as a freshman. So we
Yeah.
talked about him.
I still say Keyshawn McCoy.
Yep.
Got a chance to be a really good player. I know they talk, Caden Coleman, they talk like they list him as a point guard. I see a lot more just watching tonight. Keyshawn McCoy, much, to me.
He's more of an initiator.
Yeah. Like, Coleman can play somewhere. I don't know if he's a lead guard. We've seen some pretty good lead guards tonight. But I do really like Keyshawn McCoy.
Here's Artia Shell to Kirkpatrick. Knocks it in from 3.
These guys are just driving the ball, and we're not. Greenwood is not getting them stopped.
Foul on Scholl.
Greenwood does a good job of sharing the ball.
Williams, corner 3. Left it short. Nice pass up ahead. Keyshawn Farrow to the corner. Stell, a drive, tried to kick it, slapped away. Here's Williams. Rises up on Tucker. Scholl was looking for the foul, none called. Griffin the other way, lays it in. The quick points for Greenville. Caden Brownlee swatted by Griffin. Ricocheted right to him. Eagles will get another crack at it. See Zay Gray into the game. Damarion Roman's had a quiet night, takes a seat. Jay, quick trigger. And it goes off the top of the backboard. Shot hasn't quite fallen for Jay tonight, but he's really come to play.
It's probably, and he's been defended. Now he's gonna get break back there. He didn't see the guy in the back. This is where Williams has got to come back. He needs to come back.
See Jane Hawkins in for the first time. Lead at 30 for the Red Raiders. Duncan a crossover. Mid-post floater is short. Hawkins keeps it alive, but right to Farrow. Kirkpatrick back to Farrow. Contested 2 wouldn't fall. Now there's an injury on the court. It's Gavin Griffin who is grimacing in pain. He's right under the basket to our left. Gingerly will walk away. He's on his own power. Seems to be all right. Unfortunate for Greenwood, who had transition opportunities.
Yeah.
But Gavin Griffin now will walk to the sidelines. Duncan back it down on McCoy. They find Gray in the corner. Side step 3. Jay misses off the iron. Sip and a pass. McCoy on the receiving end. Hayden Coleman with the assist.
Nice play by Coleman.
Damarion Roman going to put his stamp on this game. Jay letting it fly now. Another miss. And McCoy on the leak out, intercepted by Duncan. There's Housel. Deep three. Cash it. Minute 20 remaining here in the third.
Been a long third quarter, Graeme.
It has. Intended for Dindy. It was Hawkins who got in between him and the pass. Housel just made a three. He'll try another. And a quick shot that time from Greenwood. Trailing by 30. Got to have something shake here. Oh, nice spin move by Farrow. Creates contact and will go to the stripe. They'll wave off the free throw lane violation.
Greenville's full court pressing.
Well, the marathon third quarter continues. Keyshawn McCoy gets the steal. Farrow tries a deep one. That won't fall. Out of play off Kirkpatrick.
They get the ball in.
Housel did a good job of keeping it alive. And now it's Kyrie Williams.
Nice pass.
A.J. Norman lays it in, plus the haul.
Nice pass by Williams.
And one converted for A.J. Norman. He's come in and played some good minutes in his limited time. Caden Coleman again probes off the window twice, and then L.J. Dindy putting it back in.
Just back up, shorten the pass.
Williams in harm's way.
Back to the ball.
McCoy fouled hard by Kaim. Keyshawn McCoy.
Expect the press.
McCoy 63% from the line as he makes the second. Kaim gets doubled. Tries to dribble out to the sideline. Norman taken away. Caden Coleman. Little razzle dazzle to end the third. Largest lead of the night for the Red Raiders. Well, we got one more quarter to play. Fourth is next on the Lakelands Sports Network.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better. Feel better.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
There's our old pals Jim Martin and Jeff May taking in some high school basketball. Just saw another reverse jam from Caden Coleman.
Yep.
Duncan gives it up to Roman. Taking charge, unable to get the layup to go. It's Arkia Shell. Charge taken by Elijah Housel. It's an offensive foul on Shell.
Shell's another senior that is a good player, small, quick.
I like his style.
Yeah.
He's got the loose dribble.
Yeah.
He seldomly turns it over.
Yeah.
Very in control. One of an Allen Iverson style of play.
Any of these guys can bring it up.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. And that makes it rebound it and bring it.
You just can't say the same for the Eagles.
No.
Where the difference lies.
Big difference.
London Crawford on the drive. Acrobatic move. That was a burst of momentum out of London we haven't seen tonight. Tucker Scholl dumps it down, finds Farrow, and the two-pointer falls. Well, it is just autopilot offense for Greenville right now. Nearly a backcourt. Housel finds Duncan. Here's Roman, triggers the tray ball. Oh, Davis skying in to swat it. Duncan, rainbow.
Oh.
Scholl left alone. Dindy's pass goes out of play. We see Caden Coleman now with an ice pack, so his night might have ended on that last dunk. He takes the sneaker off.
Hey, might have got. Never know.
Dindy working on London Crawford. Got him in the air and uses the glass for two.
Got the wrong guy taking the ball out. There we go.
And now Duncan.
I mean, they just go double.
On the drive. Through contact. Got a soft roll. Nice pass. McCoy a little strong on the three. Rebound falls back to Shell.
Shell made a good play there. Like he was going out to the three and back.
Housel. That's got to be some sort of goaltend, though. Off Dindy.
I'm not sure why he didn't go up on the right side.
Yep.
Or, played off 2 feet.
Graham Green into the game for Greenville as they finally empty out the bench. Also see Will Scott in the contest. Out of play, went through the wickets of Anders Ching. 5.5 minutes for the bench unit here for Greenville.
Yeah, I was looking at Greenville's roster. Got 5 seniors.
Duncan knocks it in from deep.
And they're all good. They all play.
Here's Dindy. Lost it. Crawford the steal. Up to Duncan. Rises. Made that a little tougher than it needed to be.
Yeah.
Scott, quick trigger. The lefty misfires. Dindy doing work on the glass. He fought with Roman, who falls to the ground, ends up in the hands of Jay Duncan. Hop step down the lane, misses wide right. London Crawford couldn't get it to go. Follow and the foul.
Like, to me, Greenwood High has no shot blockers right now. So there's no need to drive it in there and try to change your shot. The shot blockers are sitting over there.
Crawford connects on the and one. There's Scott. He'll shoot it from anywhere. 0 for 2 tonight. Dindy again on the glass, and he's fouled.
Dindy was down there with 4 Greenwood guys.
He's got a high motor on him.
Well, obviously, he's got a V8, and Greenwood's kids down there have 4 cylinders.
Good way to put it.
I mean, there's no way that one guy sits down there. That's just me.
Dindy's free throw is off the mark. Well, Greenwood have 2 wins in region play, both against Easley, who have no wins in region play. If there is a playoff push, it definitely starts Friday at home against Woodmont.
Absolutely. I'd burn this tape and move on. Get ready for Woodmont.
Hazel misses badly from the corner. Griffin will let it go. Green. Back out Kirkpatrick. Scott, a third try. 0 for again. Kept alive. Dindy. Bulldozing. Scott, the finish. Beautiful feed from Dindy. 70 points now. Time Williams with a fading jumper.
Putting the quarterback in.
That was a whistle. And now Keyshawn Farrow will check in. You mentioned he is the QB.
He's a small fry. To be a quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
He played one heck of a game at JW Babb Stadium.
Maybe he's in, you know.
Kaim was fouled with one large hop step on the right alley. Pass intercepted by Kirkpatrick. Transition 3. And Omarion Griffin gets the rebound for him. He was fouled by Will Scott. Williams again draws the foul. They will count the bucket for Kaim Williams, and one. No, they'll say on the floor. So no shots. 2 shots in the bonus. How about that? 5th team foul on Greenville in the 4th. 3:05 remaining on a Red Raider onslaught here at the Eagles' Nest.
Here, again, this is just observing the game here. Greenwood has only fouled 1 time in this quarter. So that tells me, Greenwood's wasn't very aggressive, right? You're behind.
Yep.
Like you got to be aggressive.
Oh yeah. Graham Green missed everything. Ching tries it off the heel. Rebound, Landon Crawford. A.J. Norman to the rim.
That's a good play. A.J. went right there. He didn't try to change his style. He just shot a layup.
Now Will Scott. Lefties off the mark tonight.
Yeah.
Kaim scoops it up and couldn't score.
Different. There's a big difference in those 2 layups.
3 Eagles behind the play in transition. That's out of play off of Brownlee.
I think some of them are out of gas, Graeme. We got to get another tank in there.
Scott had it off his hands, out of play. 2:19 to go. 70-47 for Greenville. And Zay Gray replaces Kaim Williams on the floor.
Like a double.
Griffin
Good play.
A.J. Norman fouled and 1. 6 points for A.J. Norman. That would make it 7. He had an and 1 earlier. 3 field goal makes. He's earning himself some more minutes.
Certainly.
I tell you, against T.L. Hanna, in what was a competitive first half, Coach, he came in and got a putback buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Some energy that the Eagles have been needing. Last 2 games have come from Norman.
Yeah.
And the lead is 20 for Greenville. The smallest it's been in a while. 3 ball is in. Just as high. Griffin to spin. And Hyde gets the board. Justice Hyde. Looking to the corner. Scott another one. Finally got it to drop.
Still pressing.
Keyshawn Farrow.
Nope.
Here's Green again. That one was blocked by Brownlee. And now Jaden Hawkins will lay it in. Strong move to the rim. From the corner, Ching wanted the foul. Falls to Farrow with the layup. Final minute. Damarion Griffin making it rain. Nice move, but Ching couldn't follow. Griffin behind the back move. Keeps it alive. And then finally stolen by Keyshawn Farrow. Oh, man. Farrow laid it in. Deep one. Zay Gray from Rain. A ton of possessions tonight. But it's, of course, Greenville too much to handle. One of the top teams in the state. The defending state champions are going to have another long postseason run as they sweep the season series over the Greenwood Eagles. 80-58 your final score. This has been Wednesday night basketball on the Lakelands Sports Network presented by Armada Law. Again, Greenville take both games, the girls and the boys. Big win in a big way for Greenville. And they continue the dominance over the Eagles in recent memory. And final score on your screen, 80-58. Two head coaches with a ton of respect between Greg and Stoneman. Our producer tonight was Landon King. We had Turner Kirby running the camera. Steve Roberts, as always, thank you for your time joining us up here in the booth. I'm Graeme Simpson. This has been a production of Simpson Sports Media. Wednesday Night Hoops on the Lakelands Sports Network comes to a close. Until next time, we'll see y'all.
Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite. When it comes to protecting what matters most, it pays to work with someone who knows Greenwood. At Frank Coyle State Farm, Frank and his team help families and businesses with auto, home, life, and more. Whether you're driving to work, protecting your home, or planning for the future, count on coverage you can trust. Call 864-223-6781 or stop by 424 Main Street in Greenwood. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good personal injury attorney will level the playing field between you and the insurance companies. They will work your case up so that you can get maximum value and maximum compensation. Insurance companies know how to pay minimum value to consumers. That's how they make money. You're going through this challenge. You're the hero here. We're just the guide. So if there's any value we can add, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.
Hey Eagle fans, are you ready for a new home in Greenwood? Bronson Ridge by Ryan Homes offers the area's most affordable options with a variety of ranch and two-story floor plans. Personalize your space with beautiful finishes and make it truly yours. Visit the community or call 864-428-2150 to schedule your tour. Bronson Ridge, where style meets value. Go Eagles!
Greenwood, your morning just got a whole lot brighter. Scooter's Coffee on Highway 72 Bypass Northwest is locally owned and serving smiles every day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Whether you're craving fresh brewed coffee, a classic latte, or one of those famous Scooter's blended drinks, our drive-thru is fast, friendly, and always ready when you are. Start your day, recharge your afternoon, or treat yourself on the go right here at home. Scooter's Coffee, fresh, local, and loved. Swing through today. Grab your smile.
Looking for a great spot to eat, watch the game, or host your next event? That's Sports Break. Great food, cold drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and live entertainment. Want something with a view? Head to Break on the Lake, serving up steak, seafood, and cocktails on beautiful Lake Greenwood. And when it's time to celebrate, Main Event Catering has you covered. From private parties to corporate events, they make it easy and stress-free. One family, 3 great experiences. Sports Break, Break on the Lake, Main Event Catering.
This is Armada Law. And we really just want to be real. It's people talking to people. It's people helping people. If we do our job, you'll have a couple more tools. You'll have a couple more weapons against Goliath, because that's who we're dealing with. The insurance companies, they're not out to protect you. They're out to get money. So it's our job to educate, to empower, to help you against the big guys.
This season, fuel up like a champion at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, right here in Greenwood on the 72 Bypass Northeast. Tropical Smoothie Cafe has way more than just smoothies. We're talking fresh wraps, warm flatbreads, quesadillas, and all-day breakfast favorites. Whether you're headed to the game or grabbing something after practice, Tropical Smoothie Cafe has the flavor to keep you going. Stop by today or order ahead online. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better. Howard's on Main is the kind of place you keep coming back to. Open 6 days a week with breakfast served every day, plus a full menu loaded with variety for lunch and dinner. Great food, friendly faces, and live music that keeps Main Street moving. From morning coffee to late night vibes, Howard's on Main delivers every time. Howard's on Main, great food, live music, and a true Greenwood favorite.
I had just left my house, went through the light and was turning into a gas station. I heard the screech and kind of looked in my mirror. I was terrified. Everybody kept telling me, "You've got to get an attorney." She was there for me. Just a few phone calls with her to see her diligence. So it was just good to be able to trust.